And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, The Green Arrow. I got it from here. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Queen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for the series finale of Arrow. That's right. Oliver Queen, The Green Arrow. The Arrow show, 8 straight years of pure awesomeness. And this is episode 10, by the way. And this is a very simple episode. This wasn't exactly an episode. It was more of like kind of like a recap followed by the goodbye. Now, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the episode, but I'm going to talk about some spoilers. Especially because if you haven't seen what's been going on with post-crisis and, you know, before that stuff, then you need to catch up. Tonight's episode of Arrow was more of a recap. We did get to see a lot of people come back, which was great. We got to see Roy propose to Thea. That was pretty interesting, you know. That was pretty cool. We got to see adult Mia from 2040 come back to the past to you know, be there for the funeral and you know, get to see everybody how they were back when they were younger. Obviously, because in 2040 they're a little bit more older, and she got to see and spend some time with her younger mother, Felicity. And of course, we got to see William in this episode as well. Not adult William, which was surprising that we didn't really get to see him. But in this episode, you know, young William got kidnapped by a guy who Oliver put away like 8 years ago, and he wanted revenge. And that was basically the gist of the episode. They saved him really quick, and then they had the funeral. And it was just basically the show saying goodbye and thank you to the fans. And, you know, most season finales have big bang episodes or, you know, big like, oh my God, what happened next? This was an episode that kind of closed a chapter that we're not going to see again. I mean, maybe down the road we will see these characters again. I don't think we'll see Oliver again. I mean, you never know. You know, maybe in 3-4 years, maybe if the shows start failing, he'll come back. You never know. You never know. But yeah, I think I don't like this episode, but I also like this episode. As an episode, as an Arrow episode, it's pretty bad. I mean, they solved the crime kind of quickly, and it was kind of like, what was the point of having a William get kidnapped for no reason? That was a pointless part. They shouldn't have not had that. This episode should have been about just them focusing on telling each other, you know, all of them around together, telling stories of how much, you know, what was the best moments with Oliver, what was, you know, flashbacks. That would have been great. The whole William thing, that shouldn't have happened for this episode. I feel like they shouldn't just, you know, told stories around the episode together with all the characters. And it's also explaining to us that a lot of characters are now, who were dead in previous seasons, are now back officially. For instance, we have Moira Queen. Remember, Moira Queen got killed by Deathstroke when he stabbed her. But we saw how it got changed when Oliver was tied up. He broke the things, took him out, and saved his mother. So Moira Queen is now back alive and safe and sound. We got to see Quentin also come back as well. Quentin was killed as well, you know, by Prometheus at that time. And he's back now, so that was a good one. I actually enjoyed it. I miss Quentin. He was a great character, and seeing him back again, that was awesome. We also got to see Tommy come back. Tommy's now back alive. That's right, he died when his father was trying to destroy the city the first time in season 1. He's now alive, so yes, Tommy's back. So what does this mean moving forward now? What does this mean for the shows? You know, especially because if we're going to get Green Arrow and the Canaries, we're still not sure officially if it's officially greenlit or not, but I'm pretty sure it will. But what does that mean for the shows? Are we going to get new characters? Obviously, we're going to get new characters, but are we going to get, you know, Thea and Roy are getting married? Are they going to have a baby? Is there going to be a cousin? Who knows, you know? Maybe there'll be a new kid for from maybe Black Siren hooks up with Tommy, maybe they have a kid. Things like that. Small details like that can like really change the future. We got to see John Diggle at the end of this finding a lantern ring. So what is that gonna mean? Does he pop up in Legends? Is he gonna be in that new HBO show? The Green Lantern show that they're making that's supposedly gonna be tying into the movies as well. A lot of questions, a lot of answers that still need to be, and of course the ending. The ending that we wanted to see after season 7. Season 7's ending, obviously, Felicity meets the Monitor, and he opens a portal saying that where you're going, you can't come back. There's no return. And she's like, I've been waiting a long time to see him. And she goes into the portal, and it ended there. Well, tonight we got to see what was behind the portal. Felicity stepped in. She was young again, a little bit younger. And she stepped into Maura Queen's office, or Oliver's office, pretty much. And she got to be with him. They're in the office of Queen Consolidated, and it ended right there. So basically, they got their happy ending. Oliver, I think he's alive. He's alive. I've been saying he's alive since last year. He's just in his own universe since he's the Spectre now. I just can't see him actually being dead. There was really no body. And, they didn't really bring back the body. So, technically, when you don't see a body, that means he's still alive. But if they would have shown his body and an open coffin or something, I would have been like, okay, he is dead officially. But since they didn't, and I'm not going to say, give me in a Blu-ray deleted scene. I'm not going to count that. When you showed in the first, the first debut of an episode with the person's dead body, then he's officially dead. Blu-ray, DVD versions don't count. So deleted scenes, you don't count. So if you show his dead body there, I'm still not going to count it. So he's alive in his own purgatory, happy purgatory. He was stuck in Neon U for so long. He got himself a happy purgatory, which is his office. He's running Queen Consolidated, and he's got the love of his life. That's the ending he got. That's an awesome ending. I enjoyed that. We got to see Nyssa come back. That was pretty cool. And Talia al Ghul, sisters teaming up with each other. That could be something, moving forward. Who knows? We found out that John Diggle and Lila and their kids with baby Sarah, they're all gonna move to Metropolis. So can we see crossovers with that with Diggle and Supergirl? Perhaps, especially in that sense he found the Green Lantern ring, so that's something. Dinah is going to Metropolis as well, so more crossovers that could happen. Wild Dog is gonna stay in the city, and he's gonna be the new mayor, which we all know from the future. So there's that. Mia went back to the future as well. So did Sarah. Did her Legends, her Legends pop-up window thing that she does. She went into her thing, and everybody went their separate ways. They shut down the Arrow bunker, which kind of hurt more than any Batcave blowing up in Batman. So that's like, oh come on, man! 8 years of that great headquarters is now gone. But now the Justice League has, they have their headquarters in Star Labs little bunker thing. So there's that. We got to see Barry and Kara there, so that was cool, showing us that the Earth is exactly connected. So it was a very goodbye episode, and I enjoyed it. For an episode of Arrow, it wasn't the best, but still, we get what we get. We had great 8 years of this show, and I want to say thank you to Stephen Amell. He was a great character. He was a great actor in this show. He was perfect for Green Arrow. I didn't think anybody was going to surpass Green Arrow from Smallville. When they redid this, I was like, I don't know if he's going to be better than the other guy. And he is Green Arrow. So good luck to DC trying to top this in the movies. But this show to me was everything. I enjoyed every moment of the show. From start to finish, the great characters, the great stories, the great villains. Some of them were better than the others, But I thoroughly enjoyed this show. I loved all the characters. I loved the relationship between Oliver and Felicity. I love how they started to be like flirty with each other in the first time, and then it casually grew. They broke up. They got back together to really show that their true love for each other. Unlike certain other shows, Flash, Iris and all that nonsense that we don't talk about. that's not a real relationship, so whatever. But yeah, this all the characters are great. Oliver, Felicity, Waldo. We got to see Ragman. That was cool. Anatoly was there as well. Great to see him again. Diggle was great. Spartan, Roy, Harper, Thea Queen. We got to see all of them. Tommy was back. That was amazing. The other Black Canary. We didn't get to see regular Laurel. That was a big surprise that they didn't show regular Laurel. We only got Black Siren Laurel, Earth 2 version, original Earth 2 version of Laurel, but we get what we get now. But I'm gonna miss the show. I still got the other shows. I still got Flash. Still got Supergirl. Still got Black Lightning. That show is still good. Legends is always great. So, we're going to get new shows. So, hopefully we get Green Arrow and the Canaries. Hopefully it holds up and just be its own show and be a great show. It doesn't have to be Green Arrow. It doesn't have to be Arrow itself. And, copying it. But, I just hope if it does get greenlit and comes to TV, it's its own thing, but also feel like Arrow. I want that feeling. I want to be like, yes, we got the same feels, but it also has its own identity. I want that. So, but yeah, we got the other shows still. We got Stargirl coming out. That could be something fun. We got Batwoman, so there's that. HBO Max is coming out soon with, all the new DC shows there. The DC universe is still strong, people, but nothing will ever change the fact that Arrow started the Arrowverse. If it wasn't for this show, there wasn't no Arrow. There was no other shows. But, yeah, I'm going to miss it. I thank the fans. As a fan, I thank the crew. I thank the cast. I thank the people who created the show for bringing a great show to life. For me, as a fan, this show was everything, and I loved it, every moment of it. And I own all the DVD Blu-rays, so I will be watching all over again, and I can't wait to be watching them all, simultaneously. And, rewatch all the great episodes and all the great villains. I think my favorite villain of all of them, it's still Deathstroke. I think he was just amazing. But like I said, this season overall wasn't really a season. Season 7 was really the ending of Arrow. This season was more of, yeah, here it is. This is the last couple episodes, and that's it. They only did it because it was really truly a season where Oliver really had to fight other beings, He's been doing it for years, but not as much as say Flash or Supergirl. He's always been in that same bubble. He's always fighting the criminals, but he never had, to deal with super villains from what powers and gods and all that stuff. So this season was very, I guess, mediocre, I guess. That's an appropriate word to say. I guess mediocre. Wasn't like the greatest Arrow season, but for what we got, I understand it and I appreciated it. But yeah, the ending of this show was just sad, but also happy as well. Oliver got his happy moments with Felicity, his true love, like I said before. But it was amazing. I enjoyed it a lot, and just seeing all the other characters there, Barry, Kara, just seeing what he became. He was Batman on TV. That's what he was. They were gonna give us Batman on TV. They weren't gonna give us Bruce Wayne. He was the Bruce Wayne of this universe. A lot of people say that Batman's a whack character or whatever because he has no powers. He's nobody. But if you compare Batman to Oliver, what they have is their hearts, and they would do anything to protect not only their families, but the universe as well, whatever they can. In their body, sweat, and tears, they would do anything to protect anybody. And that makes them the greatest heroes of all. And in the Arrowverse, Oliver's number one. He always will be number one. And, you have anything to say? No? Okay. Well, there you go. So, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about Arrow's last episode. And also, what did you guys thought about the show in general? Did you guys like it? Did you guys fall out of it after season 2, 3, or whatever? Did you guys continue watching it but lost hope in it? Did you guys thought it was like, it was okay? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Because for me, this show was pretty much a perfect 10. I enjoyed the heck out of this show. And I don't think we're going to get another good show like this until who knows? I didn't think nothing was going to beat Smallville until this show came out, so there's that. So, but like I said, once again, thank you to everybody who created Arrow. Thank you to Stephen Amell, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much, and have a good day.